something with it.
Why do I seem to spend half of my Sundays reading the papers?
Sticks.
And so do you. But you don't hear me singing an aria about it, do you? You don't mind this, do you?
No, I quite like it.
There you go. She quite likes it. You read about the grotesque and evil practices going on in the Midlands?
Read about the what?
Grotesque and evil practices going on in the Midlands.
What about
Seems like we don't know the place anymore. It's all in here. Startling revelations this week. Pictures too. Reconstructions of midnight invocations to the Coptic goddess of fertility.
Sounds mad and afraid.
Yes, it's marvellous, isn't it? My gosh, look at them. Snarling and self-silly. Next week, a well-known debutante relates how, during an evil orgy in Market Harbour, she killed and drank the blood of a white couple. Perhaps that's what the story is. You've never dabbled in this kind of thing, have you?
Not lately.
Sounds your cup of tea. Cup of blood, I should say. Well, it gives you something to do, doesn't it? It'd be a funny world if it was all the same. That's what I always say. All I know is that someone's been putting pins into my wax figure for years. Of course, Alison's mother. She stabbed away at it with a hat pin. We're in a bridge game, I dare say.
Why don't you try it then?
Yes, it's a thought, isn't it? For a start, we could roast him over the gas stove. Besides, the whole point of a sacrifice is giving up something you never really wanted in the first place. You know what I mean? People are doing it all around you. They're giving up their work or beliefs or sex. And people think to themselves, how wonderful to be able to do that. If only I were able to doing that. We shouldn't be feeling happy for them, we should be feeling rather sorry for them. No, you've made an admirable sacrifice.
Why don't you dry up?
And afterwards you can make a loving cup of your blood. Not so fancy that much. Your blood. Yours should be more pale Cambridge blue. And afterwards we could make invocations to the Coptic goddess of fertility.
Should have thought you'd need to make invocations to the Coptic whatever she is.
Yes, I see your point. Well, we don't want to ask for trouble anyway, do we? Should appeal to the lady again. She's written a whole letter about artificial insemination. It's titled, Haven't We Tried God's Patience Enough? Have you finished the other posh one yet?
Not yet.
Well, there we are. I'll have to write to them so that they can put apostrophes between the syllables for you. What are we going to do tonight? There's not even a proper concert on. You going to church?
No. Not unless you want to.
Do I detect a growing satanic glint in her eyes recently? Is it living in sin with me that does it? Do you feel sinful, my dear? Well, do you? Do you feel sin crawling out of your ears like stored up wax or something? Do you think I'm joking or not? Perhaps I should wear a funny hat and a silly nose. I'm just curious, that's all. Let's have that paper, stupid.
Why don't you dry up?
You going to be much longer doing that?
No, not
Speaking of sin, wasn't that Miss Drury's reverend friend I saw you chatting with earlier?
Yes, it was.
Don't, you don't have to be on the defensive side.
I'm not defensive.
Besides, there's no reason why we should have the person up for tea. Why don't we? Do you find anything in common with them?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think this spiritual beefcake should make a man out of me? Should I go in for this mole weightlifting and get myself some overdeveloped muscle? I was a skinny weakling, but now everyone looks at my superb physique and envy. I can perform any kind of lift there is without showing the least sign of kindliness or passion.
All right, Jimmy.
2 years ago, I couldn't even lift my face up, but now I have more lift than filled stockings.
Jimmy, could we just have one day, just one day, without stumbling over religion or politics?
Yes, change the record, old boy, or pipe down.
What? You're like it, don't you see?
Make some yourself. I want to read the papers.
You're a savage, a hooligan. You don't deserve to live in the same place as we do.
Are you going to try that, or do I have to read the papers from down here? You ripped my shirt.
Well, what do you need it for anyway? A man with your physical structure.
It was cleaned this morning. Look, it's filthy.
Yes, it is. Stronger than it looks. Well, give it to me and I'll put it through the wash for you. It'll be ready by the time it's arrived. Well, Mr. Master.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Oh, give her the shirt and quit moaning.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Helena.
Sorry. I won't leave it there.
You look like Marlon Brando or someone. You don't care for Hannah, do you?
You didn't seem so keen yourself once. It's not the same, is it?
No, of course it's not the same. Never is. Today's meal's always different from yesterday's. The last woman's not the same as the one before. If you can't come to terms with that, my boy, you're going to be pretty unhappy.
Jimmy, I don't think I should stay here much longer.
Oh, I know.
No, I don't know. I just fancy going somewhere else. The sweet store's all right, but I just fancy something different. You're highly educated, and it suits you. But me, I want something a little bit better.
Just as you like it, my dear boy. It's your business, not mine.
And another thing, I think Helena finds it quite difficult with two chaps about the place. I think she'd find it a bit easier if it's just the two of you. Anyway, I ought to find myself some nice girl who'll just look after me.
Sounds like an idea. I don't think of anyone who'd be stupid enough to pair themselves up with you, though. Perhaps Helena can think of somebody for you. One of her posh girlfriends with lots of money and no brains. That's what you want.
Something like that.
Any idea what you're going to do?
Not much.
That sounds like you're alright. Don't think you'd last 5 minutes without me having to settle the score to you.
Suppose not.
You're such a scruffy little beast, you really are. I met some respectable man from Pinhall Guildford doubles you up in 6 months. She'll marry you and send you out to work, and you'll end up as clean as a new pin.
Maybe stupid enough for that too.
I seem to spend most of my life saying goodbye. It's funny. You've been a good, loyal and generous friend, but I'm quite prepared to see you wander off, find a new house and make out on your own. You're worth half a dozen Helens to me altogether. And if you were in the same position, you'd do the same thing, right?
Right.
Why do we let ourselves be led dry by the women? I suppose we don't have any good causes left to die for. We had all that done for us in the 30s and 40s when we were just still kids. No brave causes left for us. If the Big Bang does come and we all get blown up, it won't be in aid of the old-fashioned grand design. It'll be for the brave and you nothing very much, thank you. About as inglorious and undignified as being run over by a bus. No, there's nothing for it but to be pushed by the women.
You like it?
Thanks, Helena. Very much. It's decent talk.
It's okay. I put it over
Right, I will.
I know enough about it. We'll all go out and get a bit tipsy, okay?
Okay.
But make some tea first, you madcap little Charlie. Darling, I'm sick and tired of seeing you behind that damn ironing board.
Sorry.
Get yourself glammed up and we'll in town. See, you put a shroud over mummy. I think you should have laid the Union Jack over it.
What's wrong?
Don't fan at me like that. You look like the presiding magistrate or something.
Well, how would you like me to?
Oh, was it your heart stirred a little when it looked at me?
Oh, it does flatter me, Alex.
Cliff tells me he's leaving.
Yes. Told me last night.
Did he? I always seem to be at the end of the line when they're passing out information.
I'm sorry he's going.
Yeah, so am I. He's a savage bastard, if you can believe pretty much anyone anything. No, right from that first night, you've always put your hand out to me first. You made a good enemy, didn't you? What they call a worthy opponent. But when people stop fighting, it doesn't necessarily mean they put down their weapons. I think perhaps you do. Yeah, I think perhaps you do. Perhaps it means to lay with your victorious general in your arms. You stood up and came out to meet me. Oh, don't let anything go wrong. Either you're with me or against me.
I'm always going to do. Always.
I'll close that down switch and we'll get out of this place. What do you say?
I say that sounds wonderful.
Pack up your things and we'll get out. We'll get pleasantly, joyfully tiddly. We'll gaze at each other's in the builder's arms. And then when we come back here, I'll make such love to you, you won't think about anything else in the world.
Okay. Just get changed out of your old shirt.
Right. I'm a real good man. Friend of yours to see you.
It was just everything. I must be mad having no other so much sorry.
Why are you sorry? You of all people.
Because it was wrong and foolish of me to come back. So many times I've stopped myself from coming here right at the last moment. Even today at the booking office, except helpless. I believe I'd let myself go onto that train. I told myself as soon as I got here, I'd come right back. So many times I used to think the evenings we used to spend in this room together, suspended rather than make a good cup of tea.
Something to do to me.
And why am I behaving so foolishly about my life?
Wish nothing ever comes. You've more right to be here than I.
And I don't bring up people.
Well, you are his wife, aren't you? No matter what I've done, you've never been able to forget that fact. You have all the rights.
Helena, even I gave up believing in divine rights of marriage long ago. They've got something different now. A constitutional monarchy, you are where you are by consent. If you try any of that strong-arm stuff, then you're out. And I'm out.
That's something you learn from him.
Oh, don't make me out to be some sort of blackmailer, please. I didn't come here in order to gain anything. Whatever it was, hysteria or just macabre curiosity, I had no intention of building any kind of gap between us. Really, you must believe that.
I believe it's right. Not always and ever. You didn't even approach me. You should have been outraged with words. I feel so ashamed.
I took as though something was really out.
And you talk as though you were a book or something that you pass on to anyone who happens to want it for 5 minutes. You keep talking as though you're listening to him all the time. wrong. You loved him, didn't you? That's what you wrote and told me. Yes, and it was true.
I couldn't really believe it.
I could hardly believe it myself.
Afterwards, it wasn't quite so unbelievable. He used to say some pretty harsh things about him. Not that I did. It was rather comforting then, but it even shocked me sometimes.
You know, I think I've figured out what's wrong with Jimmy. It's quite simple, really. But he was born out of his time. There's no place for people like him here in sex or politics or anything.
I suppose he was called eminent Victorian, slightly comic in a way. We seem to have this conversation before.
Yes. I remember everything you said. I couldn't believe that you married someone like that. It's all over between me and Jimmy. No, listen, when I saw you there standing tonight, it just all came to me. And I realised what I knew all along, how wrong this was. I just can't do it. Yes, I am. Oh, I'm not stepping aside for you to come back. You can do what you like. Frankly, I think you'd be a fool, but that's your own business. I think.
But he'll have no one.
Oh dear, he'll find somebody. He'll probably hold court here like the Renaissance popes or something. You know, he'll be fine. And, you know, maybe, oh, I don't know. He needs you. I know he needs you. Do you think so?
I don't know what he wants from us, but he's doing it wrong.
Oh, why doesn't you stop that damn noise?
What it is exactly, I don't know, kind of mix between Cleopatra and Boswell for sheep. Don't go.
Jimmy, will you stop that damn noise? For God's sake, I can't think. Jimmy! Jimmy, I want to talk to you. He doesn't want to see me. Stay where you are. Won't be nice, I'm sorry, but I've made up my mind to go and I've got to tell him now.
Is this another one of your dark plots? Aren't you better sit down? It looks a bit ghastly.
I'm sorry, dear. Did you just want some tea or an aspirin or something? It's not very surprising, is it? She's very ill. She's...
You don't have to draw a diagram. I can see what's happening.
And that doesn't mean anything to you?
Well, I don't exactly relish the thought of anyone being ill or in pain. It was my child's youth. But it wasn't my first loss.
It was mine.
What are you looking at like that? What's she doing here?
Don't. She hasn't done anything wrong. She hasn't said anything.
What is not her fault?
Jimmy, I don't want to brawl.
Well, let's hear it then.
Fine. Well, I'm going downstairs to get my things. I'll hurry, catch the 7:15 to London. None of this is Alison's fault. She's actually just been trying to convince me out of it. But suddenly, tonight, I've realised what I've known all along. That you can't be happy when what you're doing is wrong or is hurting someone else. I've always loved you, Jimmy. And I will always love you. I've never loved anyone else like I love you, but I can't go on in this suffering anymore. I just can't. Up to making that journey again tonight, but we can pick you up at a hotel.
They all want to escape from the pain of being alive, and most of all from love. I knew something like this would happen. Something like an ill wife that would be too much for those delicate house feelings that we also have. You can't just fool yourself about love. It's not like a quick job that you can get into without dirtying up your hands. It takes muscle and guts. And if you can't bear the thought of dirtying up your nice clean soul, then you may as well give up on the whole idea of life and become a saint. Because you'll never make it as a human being. It's either this world or the next. You didn't send any flowers to me. Not even a small bunch of flowers. You had something wrong with that too, didn't you? The injustice of it is almost perfect. The long people going hungry, the long people being loved, the long people dying. Was I wrong to believe in a kind of burning virility of mind and spirit that constantly looks for something as much as itself? The strongest, largest creatures in this world are usually the loneliest. That voice that cries out doesn't have to be the weak things, does it? Do you remember the first night I met you? At that grisly party? You didn't really notice me, but I watched you all that evening. You seem to have a relaxation of spirit about it. It wasn't until I married you I realised it wasn't relaxation at all. In order to relax, you've got to sweat your guts out. As far as you're concerned, you haven't had air out of place or abuse sweating. I may be all scruples, but I thought, if you love me, it needs.
It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter! I was wrong! I was wrong! Don't you see? I don't want to be a saint! I want to be a lost cause! I want to be corrupt and futile! Oh, don't you see? It's gone! It was my responsibility and it's gone! Oh, all I wanted was to die! I never knew it could be like that. And I thought, if only you could see me now, so stupid and ugly and ridiculous. This is what he's wanted from me. I'm in the fire and I'm burning at last. This is what he's wanted to splash about in. Oh, it's gone. And this is what he wanted. Oh, don't you see? I'm in the mud at last. I'm groveling. I'm crawling.
Please, Graham. You're all right. Not anymore. We'll be in our best cave, and our school's dry, and we'll hoard on honey and nuts. Lots and lots. Feast on honey and nuts. Lots and lots of nuts. And I make sure that you keep that bushy-tailed whistling, because you're part of a very beautiful school. But you're none too brave or careful either, so you've got to be careful. There are cruel steel traps lying around everywhere for the rather mad, slightly satanic, and very timid little animals. Poor scriptures.
Oh, Beth.